Everyone, hello, welcome to the live recording of The Last Man Standing, week 3, gentlemen. We are going into week 3 of our picks. We have a new addition to our team. We have a person that departed. For many of those that have been watching week 1 and week 2 know that Zach Pale Time, the Rams fan, for personal reasons was not able to continue this season with us. So he had to move on, but we had Chris from the Polo Show kicking in, stepping in his behalf. One of our other guys, Rich, is not available tonight. He is just not available for tonight, but he'll be back next week. Before we start, I just want to welcome Chris. Chris, welcome to the team, brother.
Thanks, man. It's good to be here.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad to have you, adding you to the team. Peter, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm good, Beto. How are you, brother? It's another great day to podcast.
Sure is, brother. Sure is. Brandon, with his good internet today, how are you doing, brother? You're muted. Brandon always has to keep it exciting, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If it ain't his internet, now it's his audio. Come on, Brandon. You're muted yourself. You have to unmute yourself.
He's saying he can't.
You can't.
He's gonna have to sign. He's gonna have to sign his picks in.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't unmute you, bro. Go out and come back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Brandon for us. Boy, you're lucky we like the guy. Everyone, welcome to The Last Man Standing weekly game predictions, where we do our predictions every week, and we find out who is leading the pack.
We're back.
And yes, you're back.
Okay.
You are
Son
back,
of a
my
bitch.
friend. Brandon has to be something with Brandon. So let me just do a quick recap. Week 1, Rich was 5-10-1. Brandon was 10 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. Everybody got a tie last week. Peter 6-9-1. Myself 9-6-1. Week 2, Rich was 13-18-1. Brandon is 19-12-1. Peter is 14-17-1, and I am 16-15-1. So Brandon is leading the pack. I am still behind him. Then Peter, then Rich. Now that we have Chris jumping in for Zach, hopefully he can step up and reach us. He's behind three weeks, but 2 weeks actually. So hopefully he'll get all his picks today correct and this week correctly. He'll be fine. So let's go ahead and start with week 1 right off the bat. Steelers and Browns. Now, at the time of this recording, that you see it, the games, the Browns and the Steelers have played already, but we within ourselves already made our picks, but we're going to do it here on the show. So Brandon, who's your pick between the Steelers and Browns?
I went with the Steelers on this one. Yeah.
Steelers. Got it. Chris, what you got, bro? Don't be looking at the score.
No, I actually had the Browns. because I just thought Amari Cooper is going to have a game. But, divisional games can be kind of tight, so we'll see what happens there.
And I got the Browns as well. What you got, Peter?
I had the Steelers in this one, even though it's a home game for the Browns. I just thought that the Steelers would kind of it was a division battle, and I just had this feeling about it. I think Mitch Trubisky is doing half decent for being Mitch Trubisky, so I thought he would do something in this game.
I love it. I love it. All right, moving on to our next pick. We got the Bills at the Dolphins, another division. Both are undefeated. One of them, we'll have to give that up. Brandon, what you got, brother?
So the Dolphins been surprising a lot of people this year, I feel. But I'm still going to have to go with the Bills on this one, but I think it's going to be a close one.
Right on. And Chris, what you got, my friend? Bills at Dolphins.
I think the Bills are going to win by like 10 points in this one.
I like it. For myself, I am taking Tua and the Dolphins in the upset in this game. What you got, Peter?
I am going Buffalo. I just don't see anybody. I know they're not going to go undefeated, but I just have a feeling that nobody can stop Josh Allen. So I'm going to go Buffalo.
Buffalo. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, moving on. Gentlemen, we got the Bengals at the Jets. Surprisingly win by the Jets. Come back to win the Browns, the Jets, man, with a minute and 55 seconds. Believe that or not. Brandon, what you got? Bengals at Jets.
I'm pulling with the upset. I'm going with the Jets.
The Jets. Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. What you got, Chris?
Are we even sure that's the upset at this point? The Bengals look kind of bad. Anyways.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
I'm going to go with the Bengals, though. Like, I don't see Joe Burrow getting outgunned by Joe Flacco or whoever the hell's playing QB for the Jets. I think it'd be really hard to see the team that just went to the Super Bowl go 0-3. So I'm going Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, I hear you, man. I just want to make sure I'm going with the Bengals as well. Burrows he has to win a game. I can't see them losing another game, going 0-3. So, what you got, Peter?
I'm gonna go Jets. I don't know why. I just the Bengals look so bad, and they can't protect Joe Burrow to save their life. And the Jets actually have some pretty good corners this year. So I'm gonna go Jets.
You're going Jets. I like it. All right, moving on, gentlemen. Next game, Raiders. The Raiders at the Tennessee Titans. What you got, Brandon?
I'm going to go with the Titans on this one. Raiders just look like hot garbage, especially the way they blow up that lead last week. So I'm going with the Titans.
I hear you. What you got, Chris? Raiders at Titans.
I'm going to go Titans also. I think Derrick Henry running the football is just going to be too much.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Titans need this win. I mean, the Raiders need it as well, but I think Henry is going to have a great game. So I take the Titans at home as well. What you got, Peter?
I got the Titans at home. I think that Derrick Henry needs to go off in this game because I have him in fantasy now, and I traded for him today, so he needs to really go off. So I'm expecting a Tennessee victory.
Tennessee victory. All right. Moving on. We got the Saints will be marching into the Carolina and face the Panthers. What you got there, Brandon?
I'm going with the Saints with this one. Panthers they're not it, man. Especially with Baker Mayfield, they're not it.
Gotcha. What you got there, Chris?
I'm going to also go with New Orleans. I just think Jameis could have even beaten Tampa Bay last week, but he threw the game away. Christian McCaffrey just got put on the injury report. So the dude's already hurt. So I'm going Saints.
I hear you. I am taking the Saints as well. What you got there, Peter?
I'm taking the Saints as well. Like I just think that the Saints defense is going to to do bad things to Baker. I don't have any faith in Baker.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, moving on. Ravens at Patriots. What do you have there, my friend? Brandon.
I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar's looking pretty good so far, and I think the Ravens are gonna blow the Patriots out. I feel like.
What you got, Chris?
Lamar Jackson masterclass. Ravens are winning that one.
Yeah, that's my quarterback for my fantasy league. So I got to go with Lamar Jackson as well. The Ravens. What you got, Peter?
I've got the Ravens, and just barely. I just have a feeling Belichick is going to find a way to shut down, not shut down Lamar, but just slow him down enough. But I can't make that big of an upset call, so I'm going to go Ravens.
All right, moving on. We got the Eagles at the Commanders. What you got there, my friend?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one.
Eagles. What about you, Chris?
I'm going with the Eagles. They look so good. Definitely got to go Eagles.
Yeah. Hurts is playing good, man. Good football and moving around. I'm taking the Eagles as well. What do you have, Peter?
I'm going to take Washington in this one. I think that as good as the Eagles have looked on offense, Washington has quietly looked half decent also, and they're at home. And it's a divisional game. I'm going to go with Washington on this one.
Oh, I like it. Washington, huh? All right, let's move on. We got another division game in the North. We got the Lions at the Vikings. Who do you have, Brandon?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be surprising for you guys, but I'm gonna say the Lions on this one this time.
Lions. All right. What you got, Chris?
I don't believe in Jared Goff. Justin Jefferson is him. I'm going the Vikings.
Oh my goodness. Man, I don't know. Lions kind of look little impressive, but yeah, Kirk can win the big game. Good thing this is not a prime game. If it was, maybe I would have taken the Lions, but since it's not, Kirk Cousins can win those. We'll go ahead and take the Vikings on this game. What you got, Peter?
I mean, neither one of these quarterbacks can win a big game. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota just because they're at home and it's divisional game. I think I'm just gonna go with Minnesota. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, but yeah, I think Minnesota ends up pulling it out.
All right. Moving on. We got the Chiefs at the Colts. Man, somebody sounds like you're in an office working. Chiefs at Colts. You must be a bookie. One of you guys are a bookie. Brandon, what you got?
I got the Chiefs on this one. The Colts look like a complete hot mess with Matt Ryan under center.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
And what you got, Chris?
Definitely Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one either. Chiefs all the way. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Chiefs by 20.
Wow. Yeah, wow. I like it. Yeah, Colts are a hot mess, man. All right, moving on. We got the Texans at the Bears. What you got, Brandon?
I'm going to go with the Texans on this one.
Texans. Chris, what you got, friend?
Texans. Davis Mills, and I need Dameon Pierce to come through in fantasy. I think he's due for a breakout.
I hope not, because I just dropped him.
I have him on my league.
I dropped him for a receiver. I picked up the kid from the Jets, the rookie. But I'm taking the Texans as well. Their defense is playing solid defense, and Lovie Smith is going back to the Bears, and he's going to want to win that game. What you got there, Peter?
I got Houston in this game. I think Chicago is just as inept as the Texans have been as a franchise, I mean, Chicago is just terrible. I'm embarrassed that the 49ers even lost to those guys.
Yeah, I know, man. I hear you. Damn water. Hope it never rains again. All right, we got
kiddie pool of a field.
the kiddie. Really, we got the Rams at the Cardinals. What you got, Brandon?
I'm going with the Rams on this one.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with the Angry Birds. I think the Cardinals are going to pull this one off, in all honesty.
Okay.
I love it. Man, I was thinking about that as well. I was thinking Cardinals, but I don't know. Murray probably ran out of gas. All that running around he did against the Raiders. So I'll take the Rams in this one. What you got there, Peter?
These teams actually play each other tough a lot. Like
they do.
So I'm going to go Arizona because they're at home. Like I think Kyler Murray is he's going to have to do everything, but I think they're going to pull it out.
I'm picking the Rams, but I wouldn't be mad if the Rams lost. So we'll go with that.
Yeah,
all right.
for sure.
Moving on. This one's kind of been a little interesting. Probably not, but we got the Jaguars at Chargers. Will the Chargers quarterback play or not? What you got there, Brandon?
I think Herbert is going to be okay to play, and I see the Chargers taking this one.
All right. What about you, Chris?
Chargers, and it won't even be close.
Not close at all, huh? Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers as well at home. Even if they weren't at home, still taking the Chargers. What you got there, Peter?
Yeah, the Chargers have no such thing as a home game. So they don't have any home field advantage. But Herbert is on my fantasy team, so I'm picking the Chargers. But don't sleep that this could be a pretty close game because I think Jacksonville's defense is pretty good. But yeah, I'm going Chargers.
I'm snoring.
I know that the
Whatever.
Jaguars always beat the Colts, but I didn't see them shutting them out either. So you might be right about that, Peter.
Crazy.
You might be right about that. All right, moving along. We got the Packers with no receivers hosting the Buccaneers with no receivers.
With no receivers.
Who wins this game, Brandon?
Dude, this is a tough one right here. I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks by 3.
Bucks, I love it. What about you, Chris?
Has Aaron Rodgers ever beaten Tom Brady? I don't think he has.
No,
I'm
I
going
don't think
Tom
so.
Brady. I'm going with the GOAT. I think he'll pull it off. It'll be close, but I think he'll pull it off.
Those two linebackers for the Buccaneers always give Aaron Rodgers a hard time, man. I think those are the two guys that he has the most hard time playing against when they face each other. So for that, I'm taking the Buccaneers as well. What you got there, Peter?
I got Tampa Bay in this one. Green Bay is their defense is quietly ass. And I just don't think that they're that good. I just don't think that they're that good. Like, I think that it's Aaron Rodgers is the only thing holding them together. And I just don't. I think Tampa Bay has I think that they have a really good defense. So, yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, right on. All right, moving on. We got the fight of the birds. We got the Falcons at the Seattle Seahawks. What you got, Brandon?
I think I'm gonna take the Falcons on this one.
Falcons, right on. What about you, Chris?
See, both teams are bad, but the Seahawks are ass, so I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm same here. I'm taking the Falcons. I pick up the rookie receiver. I can't think of his name.
Drake London.
Yeah, I like him. I can't believe one of the guys on my team dropped Kyle Pitts, bro. Not traded him. Dropped him. And I'm trying to pick him up on the waiver wire, but I don't think I'm going to get him. But I'm like, people panic, bro. 2 games in and they don't do good, and people panic. So I can't believe they dropped him. But I'm taking the Falcons as well. Who you got, Peter?
Yeah, I got the Falcons. Like, I just for the exact same reason that Chris had, and once again, I have Cordarrelle Patterson on my fantasy team, so it's Falcons all the way.
Now this one here might be a hard one. I don't know who we're taking here. Let's see if we all agree together. We got the 49ers at the Broncos. What you got, Brandon?
I got the Niners taking this one.
Right on. What about you, Chris?
As long as they run the ball and stop the run, I got the Niners 27-21 in this one.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to be mismanaging the clock all day long, and they're going to move backwards on penalties. So, yeah, as long as we're able to run and stop the run as well, we're going to see the battle of DJ Jones versus Kinlaw, who stops the run better. But I'm taking the Niners in this one. What you got there, Peter?
Yeah, I mean, I got the 49ers. I got them going 20-10. I think that the Broncos coach is terrible, and it's really all I got. I think Jordan Mason gets 10 carries in this game, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, I don't think Russell is cooking that much anymore, bro. He's not.
No.
You kind of saw him already kind of going downward in Seattle, and then now then not only did they give up to get him, but they actually extended his contract. I don't know, but I don't think the Broncos are feeling so good right now.
If he pulls out one of those boogeyman performances where he does good against the 49ers, I'm going to be pissed.
So yeah. I just wrote about this, by the way. It's really gross. Russ's career record against the Niners is 16-4 and 14-2 since 2014. You can't let him stay on the field. That's why you got to run the ball and stop their running game. But if we do shut down Russell Wilson, I want the whole Niners team, or at least a few guys, to go midfield and eat some corn on the cob post game. I would love that. That would just be the greatest.
That'd be awesome.
No, I hear you. I mean, we finally got Pete Carroll last week. Not only did we beat the Seahawks, but we dominated Pete Carroll and the Seahawks. And hopefully this week we will dominate finally Russell Wilson and not let him cook. But you're right. He needs to stay off that field because when he wakes up, he has a habit of waking up always against the Niners, no matter what team he's on. Moving on to the last team, Monday Night Football. We got a division game as well. We got the Cowboys with the controversial quarterback, according to Jerry Jones, and facing the Giants. What you got, Brandon?
As much as I hate saying this, I'm taking the Cowboys because
you're scared of your wife. You're scared of your wife. That's what it is. Just kidding.
Because, hey, I'm only saying this because Cooper Rush looks actually better than Dak Prescott. Okay.
Wow. Last
week he did.
What you got there, Chris?
I'm not buying a Cooper Rush victory. Saquon Barkley and Danny Dimes should be enough to beat the Cowboys with Cooper Rush. Micah Parsons is really good, but I'm still going with the Giants here at home. That's really the only tiebreaker for me, really.
I'm not a big fan of Daniel Jones. I think that even Rush is probably better than Jones. Man, it's going to be a good game. I can't believe I'm taking the Cowboys as much as I dislike the Cowboys, but I need what's his name? The top receiver. Can't even think because he's my top receiver.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb to step up. The Cowboys can lose. I don't care, but as long as he has the most yards, I'm okay. What you got there, Peter? Cowboys. Oh, I take the Cowboys by the way.
Yeah, I'm going Giants. They're playing hard for Dayball, it seems like, and even though they're not necessarily talented per se, I just think that it's a division game. They're at home. I think that this is going to be a new era for the Giants. And I'm going Giants.
Giants. Okay, so those are our picks for week 3. Let's see how good Chris does on his first time here. We will be back next week. Normally we do our recordings at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, but we did it today on Thursday. We will be back next Wednesday at 7. So look out for our channels. But before I proceed, make sure to follow my boy Brandon. His YouTube channel is at Forever Faithful Podcast. Make sure to follow him. Also, make sure to follow my boy Chris. His channel is called The Polo Show. So check him out. He's doing great things over there as well. We already know what Peter's doing. Make sure to follow Peter at his channel. We got the at Niners Fanatic Podcast. Make sure to give him a follow as well. And as you guys already know, follow me as well, your boy Niner Beto at Niner Sickness Podcast. Follow us, give us a like, subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed already, and leave in the comments. I want to hear in the comments who your picks are. Who are you taking this week, so we can compare them to our picks. So in the comments, let us know who you like, who you're picking. Do you agree with us, disagree with us, and why? Gentlemen, this must be the fastest recording we have done since week 1. Wow. Only 25 minutes in.
We didn't have any. Nobody dropped out of the...
I think that's what it was,
Wi-Fi
right?
Worked okay.
I think that's exactly it is. No pausing by Mr. Brandon, although his audio went to shit for a second. But who's keeping notes? Anything you want to say, Brandon, before we go?
Just real quick, First Football Podcast will be live Saturday night to preview Sunday night football's game against the Broncos, and we'll also be live on Get Playback Sunday night. So make sure you tune into that.
Awesome. Chris, as being our first time here and hopefully not your last, what do you have to say to anybody watching the show?
Yeah, my audio kind of cut out for a second, so hopefully you guys can hear me.
I thought you fell asleep. I'm like, somebody wake him up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I'm actually be going live on my channel, The Polo Show, Friday night with Peter to preview Sunday night and talk about other stuff going on with the Niners this past week. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe there. A couple subscribers away from giving away a free Nick Bosa jersey. Just got to prove that you're subscribed and be on the show when we are at 100 subscribers, and I'll give away a free Nick Bosa jersey. So those are a couple things we have going.
There you go. Hey guys, if you're watching this on my channel, on Brandon's channel, Peter's, okay, make sure to subscribe to all our channels. Chris is giving away a jersey at 100 subscribers, man. Go support him. Don't do it for the jersey. Just do it for the great content that he provides. But on top of it, you will get a jersey at boot, man. So those that don't win, there's always other opportunities, man. But follow us for the content, not for the prices. But Peter, what you got to say before we go, brother?
Yeah. So yeah, like of course, like just like Chris said, I'll be on his show tomorrow. Super excited about that. And make sure that you guys go ahead and check out. I had my show yesterday with Andrew Pasquini from Sprint Right Option Podcast. So go check that out. And then I'll be going on again right after the game. I haven't decided if I'm going to have a guest or not. So, but I'll be going on live after the game. So Niner Fanatic Podcast, audio, YouTube, wherever you want to get it, just get it.
There you go. So make sure to tune into our prospective channels to watch this, and leave it in the comments. Do you have any suggestions that you would think that will make this show even better? Please leave it in the comments, and we will consider it. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been fast. Nobody froze. Looking forward. I'm glad to have you part of the team, Chris. Looking forward for the rest of the season with you, buddy. Best of luck with all your picks, and let's see who is the top dog by the end of week 3. Peace, everyone. Later.
It'll be me.